Hi guys, welcome back to Jess Creates. Today I wanted to share with you my week in the life album. I wanted to kind of explain how I've set it up and how I'm doing week in the life on a budget. So this is my album and it's actually an A5 size. So instead of going for a 6x8 album or doing it in my 12x12 Project Life, I decided to go for what felt to me like the cheapest option. And because A5 is only slightly different to 6x8, I thought that I could still use some of the same cards, use some of the same design elements and the same sort of setup as though it was a 6x8 album. I might just get one to compare. So this is my personal album. It's a Simple Stories 6x8 album. And the size is just slightly shorter and slightly wider. But for this I thought I'd try this A5 size. So this album cost about £2.50. It was the cheapest one that I could find on Amazon, and I think I probably paid a little bit more for this one because I ordered it on Prime, but I have ordered another one because this one's getting kind of chunky, and this is Monday to Friday, so I mean I probably could fit the weekend in, but I wanted to get another one just in case. So I've ordered another one which costs £2.50 because I didn't order it on Prime. So I'm waiting a few days for that to come in. And then I'm using these pockets, which are just plastic wallets. They're all the same size. They're all A5 size. So each of my pages is A5 and I've designed them slightly differently, but the pockets that they're in are all just standard A5 office plastic wallets. And they cost me about £1.50 for 20, and actually this album came with 10 in it. I have done Monday to Friday and I've run out of pockets, so when I ordered another album I ordered another pack of pockets as well, although that album's going to come with 10 in as well, so I'm going to have quite a lot of pockets, but I'll see, I might use them for something else. This album that I ordered, it came in 3 colours. There was this one, a blue one and a purple one, and you didn't get a choice as to what it was, but I'm quite happy with this clear one, and I'm kind of hoping my next one will be clear too, because you can see the front cover through it. And this front cover is a printable from Brandy Kincaid that I think is on her blog, and I've printed it 5x7 and backed it on white card, but I might reprint it so it's a full A5 page. But yeah, that's Brandy Kincaid's. I've also used some of her some of these. I've not used one for every day, and I got these in her shop. They were in Ali Edwards' shop a couple of years ago when they first came out, but now they're in Brandy's shop, and I used one of these for Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday, so I kind of got a bit of an idea of the different things throughout the week, but not one for every day. So that's my album, they're the pockets, that's my front cover. Then for each day I have one 6x8 photo, which I've added the day of the week and the date on, and I just did that in Word. I started off doing all my pages in Word, but then I was finding it was not the smoothest process, and I was getting frustrated with some of the things that Word was doing. So what I did instead was I moved all my photos back to my phone, and I've started to design the layouts in Project Life app. I put in my photos and I leave spaces for journaling or filler cards, and then I save that to my phone as a 6x8 photo, which you can do in the options, and then I put that onto my computer and I use that in Word, which sounds like I'm doing it twice, but it works for me. I like the Project Life app, and I find it easier to just kind of slot my photos into the sizes that I want them. And then inward I can cover up the spaces that I've left and add journaling and digital stamps as well. I've been using some digital stamps from Ali Edwards that I've had for a while, and I'll link to those below. But yeah, this is the standard design for each of my first pages. It has the day in this writing. This is a free front from Graphic Burger, I think, and it's called Brusher, because it's like a brush lettered font, and then the date, and that's all I've done to those. I printed them all off 6x8. That was one of the first things I did, because I've been doing this in kind of batches. So then I have my cover page, which I've added on some embellishments here. There is a video for some of my process of Wednesday, and some of the embellishments that I added got cut off because my phone doesn't like recording past 30 minutes, which I need to remember when I'm filming. After the cover page, I then have my journaling. So this is also taken from inspiration from Brandy Kincaid. So the numbers of the days are all in black. The day that we're on is a different colour. So for this one, it's kind of a lilac-y colour. Then I have a scripted font of the day, and for this particular day I had done the times and what was happening at that time. I only did that for Wednesday. I did slightly different journaling techniques on each day. After doing Wednesday like that, I did Thursday slightly different and only wrote about the main event, really. I felt like after Wednesday I'd written everything that happened. So I have 2 sides for Wednesday. Most of them do have 2 sides because I talk a lot. So there's a lot of words. And because I was doing my journaling the day of the documenting, I had a lot written down, and because I was also uploading to my blog, I was making sure that at the end of the day I had written everything that I wanted to say. I didn't do that for Sunday, which I'm really regretting because I still haven't documented Sunday yet, and it's stressing me out that I'm gonna have to write my journaling retrospectively, which should not be an issue because that's how I do most of my journaling, but because the rest of these are so in depth because I did them on the day, I think it's going to be obvious that by Sunday I'd given up with journaling. So I have my journaling then, and then I start on my pages. So you can see here how I've laid it out as though it is a pocket page, and for some of the cards I've left them the size that they are, so they kind of fit tightly into the gaps, and some of them, like this one, I've cut down so that it fits slightly differently. My embellishing has been fairly minimal. I've added tiny word stickers, some stars from an old Ali Edwards kit, enamel dots, and also some labels like these ones. So some of them I've used stickers from past Ali Edwards kits, and pattern paper, and just bits and pieces that I had in my stash. I didn't buy a kit this year. One year I would like to do that, but this year, because I'm trying to do it on a budget, this is how I've done it. So each day has around 5 to 7 pages, which is 2 sides. So kind of 5 to 7 of these. And I know that that's kind of a lot, which is why I'm running out of space in my album. But I put in everything that I wanted to. So I'm happy with that. And I've also added in a couple of places, you can kind of see here, some inserts. So one of them is a 4x6, and there's 2 photos back to back. Actually, I think I've done that twice, and one of them is a 3x4, and mostly that I've done that when I've had quite a few of the same sort of photos. So I had 6 photos of my son in the bath that I took with the DSLR that I wanted to use. So I added 2 in like that, and then I went back to one of the days and realised that I'd missed a story that I wanted to include. So I put the journaling on one side and a photo on the other and just slotted that in. So that's worked really well. And then at the back, yeah, I can show you that. I've got one of these envelopes, which is from an old Ali Edwards story kit. This is what they came in, and this has just got some bits and pieces, shopping lists, tags from things that we bought, train tickets, and other things that I couldn't fit into my pages. So anything extra has gone into here. So I've done Monday to Friday. I am going to do Saturday. There will be process videos for some of them. I didn't do a process video for Monday because I was trying to get my head around the hybrid aspect and how I was being creative in it. But there is a process video for Tuesday, Wednesday and Friday so far. Thursday I didn't do one because it was just, there were too many pages with too many photos of Ben on, and to cover them up would have meant you wouldn't really have seen a great deal. So I've not done Thursday. I'm pretty sure I can do a couple of pages from Saturday and Sunday, so I'm going to do those. And then at the end, once I've received my new album and pockets, I'll decide. I really don't think that it's all going to fit in one because the rings of this album are very small, so that's the only downside with this. So I have had to buy another one. So what I might do is split it at Thursday, so that I've got Monday to Thursday in one, Friday, Saturday, Sunday in the other. But that is how I have done Week in the Life 2017. So I hope this was useful. Thanks for watching.